get my shoes and out the door. 5, I'm alive. 6, 7, 8, feeling great. 9, gonna shine, life is good. I'm doing fine. 10, gonna do it right and do it again, yeah. I look into the sky with all the beautiful color, but there's more than just for me, so gonna share it with another. I got to show, to give, let out. I want to sing and shout. Take a look and see a beautiful morning that turns into a beautiful evening, and together make a beautiful life. And if you wanna
I've been in here and people are roaring with laughter, so...
It's a dirty show, though.
Well, it's clean dirt.
Forgive me, but the best restaurants of the world are here in Vegas. I mean, you have here the best of the best.
Yes.
So we have many celebrities here. The Harley Madison come over here, and the Usher come over here many often, and the Paris Hilton come here, and Britney Spears came over here like 2 weeks ago.
Boy, I'm dating myself, but it's okay. Nobody else will. Oh.
That's so Vegas. Well, hello, happy Thanksgiving, and welcome to That's So Vegas. I'm Christine McKellar, your host, and we're live here at the WCOBM studio at the corner of Sunset and Las Vegas Boulevard in fabulous Las Vegas. And speaking of fabulous, I have here with me some very dear friends and very talented performers and also entrepreneurs. And Mark Steffens and Linda. What?
Gendel.
Oh, Gendel. I'm sorry. That was, it's okay because you know.
But you know what? No, I know why you said that.
Because it's on your Facebook
and
page.
it's my middle name. So it's
Well,
allowed.
there we go. So Mark Steffen Gendel.
I
It
thought
could
it-
be worse though because you know I got to say something right off the bat. When I was talking about before we get to Linda Moore, the lovely. When I was mentioning you were coming on the show, and I know I've done this before, I said Grendel, not Gendel, and that goes back to Lord of the Rings or something.
I've heard it
wasn't
all.
Okay, fine. So okay, rather than start over, I'm here with Mark Gendel and Linda Moore. Moore and Gendel, you're playing out at the Rampart these days, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
We are.
But you have played every really good venue here in town because we followed you for years back in the original Las Vegas Hilton in the Tempo Room. That was so much fun.
That was
Way too
Yeah.
much fun.
Well, we'll have to get to that and other things that you guys have so much going on. Mark has custom guitars. Linda has an incredible line of diverse, that's a good word to use today, diverse boots. But first of all, I'd like those of you who don't know them personally to hear a little bit about their backgrounds because they both have fantastic backgrounds. And Linda, because ladies first, we'll start with you. I know that you came from Nashville and that your dad was a famous guitarist, actually, Bob Moore.
bass player. Yeah.
Bass player.
Yeah, studio bass player.
Uh-huh.
He has played on more hit record sessions than probably any other bass player in
Ever.
history. Yeah, probably.
He's on what they call the A list in Nashville, right?
Yeah, back in the 50s and 60s, there was a group of musicians that were like, you know, they were the band
Right.
that played on all the records that were being made in Nashville. Everything from Elvis to Roy Orbison,
I love him.
Patsy Cline, Johnny Cash. I mean,
My
Loretta
goodness.
Lynn, Tammy Wynette, all of the standard huge country artists that recorded back in that time.
Yeah, that was before you were born, too.
Of course.
So, yeah, but you
Yes.
probably grew up with that influence, didn't you, your dad?
I did. I mean, I would fall asleep in my bed on a school night. Well, I would be awakened actually on a school night
Right.
by my father playing fresh mixes of songs he had just played on.
Oh,
And he
wow.
played them loud in the den, and my bedroom was not too far away. So I would be lullabied, you know, by Patsy Cline and
It's a
people
beautiful
like
way
that.
to put that. You were lullabied.
Yeah, by
Lullabied.
Yeah, it was lullabied. Is that a real word?
I'm gonna
Well,
look
it
that
is
up.
now.
It is. Yeah.
And it's forever on video, so it may as well be. We could start our own dictionary.
I
I've been
like
known
it.
to- I like words anyway, but that must have been quite a childhood. Did your dad bring home any of these stars, or did you go to the studio with him as you got older? Or
Yeah, you know, being a musician, allows you to be kind of a wild party animal. And so my parents would have some wild parties at our
How
house.
fun! I've had a couple at mine. You know that you've been.
Yeah, with some celebrities that would come
Right.
over.
Uh-huh.
We happened to have a swimming pool in the backyard, and they would all come and take their clothes off.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah,
And,
it's okay.
So I was, I was exposed to a lot of fun
I get it.
growing up.
Entendre. I love we have
Growing
words
up.
and entendres. It's
Yeah.
just fabulous.
And I do when I was very, very small, just barely old enough to remember it. I do remember going to a recording session with my father, and it was an Elvis session.
Oh my goodness.
And so I did meet Elvis Presley. I did sit in Elvis Presley's lap,
Oh my goodness.
and he did sign an autograph for me.
That's
And,
amazing.
and it was so cute because, I was just barely able to write, but of course I was all excited, and and I wrote on a piece of paper Elvis Presley's autograph
Oh my
in my
goodness.
little handwriting as a child, but I messed it up.
Uh-oh.
And so I turned it over and did another one. I did a little drawing and everything. And so and I had it all ready for him to sign it. And so when I met him and I sat on his lap and I handed him the piece of paper, I handed him the wrong side, the one that was messed up.
Oh, no.
And he looked at it and he got flustered too. And he messed it up. He messed it up. And so he goes, "Oh my gosh." I said, "Turn it over." And so he turned it over, and then he got his name right when I got my drawing right.
That is such a cute story. And I could just see you as a little girl. He was probably so touched, or just like adorable you know.
Well, thank you for that.
How old do you think Elvis was about then? It must have been in
That's-
his prime, right?
Definitely.
So he was 20s? When,
Yeah.
Mark, you're a man, you'd know more about this, and you're a guitar player, so.
Back in this would have been.
Well, let's not do
he would have been.
years.
Yeah, he would have been
Yeah,
20.
we don't wanna date ourselves.
Yeah, yeah, right.
I had a theme
Way
that runs
before
through
my
all my
time.
shows about that. I just like got so excited. I'm so happy to have you guys
I
here. I
know.
know. Mwah.
Awesome.
Mwah.
Awesome.
I would get out to the Rampart, but it's so difficult because I'm over by Wayne Newton. You know where I live.
Yeah,
but,
Right.
Yeah, and
We-
with all the construction on top of
Yeah.
it.
We actually do a complete diagonal of the city to get to work. It's
Yeah,
like
because
you can't
you're
go
my
any further.
neighbors. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
But
crazy.
you know what's fun is for us sitting in our car, we sit still for 30 minutes. That's the only time we sit still. We're forced to sit still to drive to Rampart, and it's a
Ah.
beautiful ride because
Yes.
And
I know the curving and looking up. You could
the freeway. They've made the
215.
freeway
Yeah.
so beautiful.
What is nice
here.
about Rampart is it's a music-loving crowd, and they
Yes.
love music.
I
And-
love that all the things out in Summerlin.
Yeah.
Again, it's just that I'm over on this side of town in between media events, and I do have to play my tennis and stuff. But when I do get a night off, sometimes I just want to sit home in my pajamas.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. No.
enough about me, and back to you.
See-
Well, Mark, you're from Canada.
I am.
I know that.
I am.
I've met your mom and dad, or your dad.
Yeah,
I
that's
did
right.
meet your
That's
dad.
right.
Yes.
Yeah, he was over to your place one.
Yes, he
That
was.
was way too much fun. That one.
He's a wonderful man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a little town about 60 miles west of Toronto,
Okay.
known as Kitchener-Waterloo. It's not so small anymore.
Known as what
Google
is-
Google set up there, and
Uh-huh.
there's a major.
Google?
They're calling it the Silicon Valley of Canada.
Oh.
It's known for BlackBerry. That's where BlackBerries originated.
I had really.
Yeah, and there's a major university there that's drawing a lot of engineering and tech.
So you
it's really
grew
good.
up there,
I did.
and what led you to go? I know you met Linda in New York City, didn't you? Guys were at the same.
I'll tell you how
studio?
this worked out. I
Okay.
started playing guitar
Tell
when
the
I
viewers,
I started out playing guitar when I was in my teens and started doing gigs and getting into bands.
Right.
And that led me into the recording industry and moved to Toronto, the big city, one of the better.
Beautiful city.
Yeah, one of the better studios. And while I was there, we recorded Rolling Stones, Rod Stewart, Black Sabbath, a lot of big names, Thin Lizzy.
Oh, I love
We
Thin
of course we did Anne Murray and a lot of big TV shows that were original. So I got my recording start there as an audio apprentice.
So a good background.
Very good.
I love it. Well, interesting. We're going to have to take a little break here in a minute, and I do have to give a shout out to my sponsor that I love, and you love them too because they sponsor me. It's the Red Roof Inn on Paradise, across from the fabulous Hard Rock Hotel. And they offer free Wi-Fi and continental breakfast for guests. And what I love about any Red Roof Inn anywhere in the country is they are pet friendly, and that's always a good thing. We'll be back with more and Gendel.
I knew that was
And I
coming.
even said it right. Stay tuned. We're having way too much fun. It's only going to get better. We'll be right back.